Hey, Josh. Um, Congratulations on your selection. As a local kid, how excited are you about this prospect? You get to start your NFL career with a local team.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't really describe how I feel right now. Just being with my family, playing at UCLA, and then just getting a call from the head coach. That's special, and it's it's almost like a dream come true. Get to play local, place where I've been around and kind of grew up in the area. So, for me, that's humbling. It's humbling for sure, and I can't wait to get started.
Joe Reedy, next up.
Hey, Josh, congratulations on the selection. How much? I know you were originally slated to play in the Collegiate Bowl, in the Rose Bowl, but how much do you think being able to go to the Senior Bowl helped lift your stock?
Yeah, definitely, man. It was tremendous. I got an opportunity to just showcase myself in front of, the nation's best. There's a lot of great prospects who were there. And I just got a chance to showcase, coaches, scouts, GMs, what I could do. I think that really helped me that I played against great competition. So I think it definitely did a lot.
And did you have any discussion with the Chargers at the Senior Bowl, or did you talk to them during the Combine? Just what has the process been?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely been in contact. Definitely talked to the running backs coach. Definitely talked to a lot of the scouts. So, yeah, definitely been in contact with them.
Jason.
Congratulations, Josh. Looking at
Thank
some of your
you.
games, of course, looking at some of your games at UCLA, it seems like Chip Kelly especially really used you a lot on those outside zone kind of runs. Is that an area that you feel like you're particularly skilled in, or are there other things that you feel you can really do as a running back that maybe weren't as obvious watching those games?
Yeah. For me, I love outside zone. I love gap scheme, power. I just love running in between the tackles. I like doing that a lot, and I think that's something I take pride in myself in. I also think I'm versatile. So, hopefully, I get to use my skill set, but I'll be doing whatever it takes.
Dennis Freeman. Dennis, unmute. Unmute your mic.
Can you talk about, Joshua, can you talk about your journey at UCLA and how did being in Chip Kelly's system help you as a running back?
Man, UCLA was a great place. Great coaches, Deshaun Foster, Chip Kelly, man. Jim Moore, there's a lot of great players and great coaches I've, come into contact with. I think Coach Kelly's system definitely prepared me for the league. He coached in Philly, coached in San Francisco. He's definitely brought his philosophies to UCLA, a lot of the same pro-style running schemes. So I have a lot of experience running it, and I think that's something I do really well.
As a follow-up, are there areas that you feel like as a running back you can improve on or look to improve on?
Most definitely. For me, one thing I do need to absolutely get better in is being more of a pass protection. That's something I need to be extremely better at, especially if I want to survive and play in this league, and also need to work on my route running.
Katia, you're up.
Hi, Joshua. In terms of welcome to LA, well, you're already here now. But in terms of what you were saying of how humbling it is being from the area and having been in LA and now getting to play for the Chargers, does that add like a sense of responsibility to perform and then have that kind of connection with the community?
Definitely. That's super important. Like you said, I feel like God's placed me in this position, coming here, going to UCLA, being around from the area, being able to chance to play for the Chargers, wow. I think there's definitely, level of responsibility that comes with that. Obviously, I have to perform, obviously. So for me, I think it definitely is really just crazy to think about. And I hopefully I can have an impact on the city and fans and people.
And I follow up, what would you describe are your biggest attributes and your makeup in general as an athlete, as a running back, and how that fits with the team and what they want or what they told you that they're looking for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Definitely for me, I have a good feel for running the ball. For me, I'm just very instinctual as a runner. I have good vision. I run north and south. Don't waste no time going east or west. I always fall forward. I have good ball security. And I take pride in just running, whether it's outside zone, inside zone, power. I can do a lot of different things.
Back to Jeff Miller.
Josh, I believe early at Davis you returned kicks. Have the Chargers talked to you about that? That's something they could be looking for. Have they talked to you about that? And do you feel that special teams, being a kick returner, could be something you could do in the NFL?
Well, we haven't those things yet, but definitely for me, I would love to do it. Take pride in any role they give me. I'll just work hard and just accept my opportunities.
Derek Togerson.
Hey, Joshua, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you mentioned Davis, talk about that. How did a guy who obviously has, NFL skills, a guy who can go up and put, a UCLA USC, rivalry record, rushing yards up in a game. How did you end up at the FCS level, and when did you realize you had to jump to the Pac-12?
For me, I was a two-school coming out of high school. I didn't get really a lot of national spotlight attention or anything. But I remember UC Davis, they came to me and they offered me a full ride. It was my only one, so I was like, I want to go here. And being there was great, man. Great coaches, great players too. But for me, I've always had this competitive drive. I felt like I could always compete and play in a 5 conference. It's always been hunger in mine. I've always felt like I could be. I really made that decision to bet on myself after my sophomore year and transfer to UCLA.
Joe Reedy, back to you.
Josh, I know Chip would have some Sunday practices at times with you guys, but how much do you know about the Chargers? Have you watched them the past couple years? Just how much do you know?
I actually know a lot. I'm a football fan, so I watch a lot of teams, especially West Coast games come on at 1 o'clock my time. Just watching a lot of their games. Their backfield is amazing. Austin Eckler's great. Justin Jackson's great. So they have awesome players. I know a lot about this team, especially since they were in LA too. So I know a lot about the Chargers, their history, their coaches. So yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Fernando.
Hey, congratulations, Josh. You talked about that you want to get better at your route running. Being on the Chargers, running back on the Chargers, you have to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Do you feel like do you feel like you can do that? And did you do that at UCLA?
Yeah, I definitely think I could do that. And at UCLA, it was limited. One thing I've always told scouts, everybody, is this: just because you can't, just because you haven't been asked to do it doesn't mean you can't do it. I definitely showcased at the Senior Bowl at the Combine. I'm very comfortable doing it, and I can do it.
Gilbert.
Hey, Joshua, sorry, I got here kind of late, so hopefully I'm not repeating myself here. But the ESPN broadcast talked about that you kept calling the UCLA campus to give you an opportunity, time and time again. How was that, kind of hounding UCLA and getting the opportunity?
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy because I remember once I transferred from UC Davis, the school told me, they're like, hey, if you're looking to stay in state, you really transfer to USC because we play all the other schools state this year. You can't go. And it was really just up against it. It's really just in shock. So I reached out to USC and they shut the door on me immediately, told me they weren't interested. And I reached out to UCLA, and then I got in contact with Coach Foster, and he entertained it. He kept calling me back. He's like, I want to see a highlight tape. Gave him one, then I had to try out. Showed up, did some work. So it took a process, man. I had to keep calling and calling. I was persistent, and paid off.
And now it's kind of funny because another LA team called you to stay. I guess how was that? Have that moment with your family and get to stay.
Yeah, man, I couldn't believe it, man. That was awesome. That was cool, man. I'm excited. I'm obviously excited, but I just can't wait, to make them right, to make them feel like they made the right choice. So I got to get to work.
Thank you, Joshua.
Of course, thank you.